Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. We got another great show. Look who's next to me. Pam Ross. That's right, is in the house. But before we get to Pam and the great interview, I want to chat with you for just a second, everybody out there. I need to thank each and every one of you checking out the No Cover TV podcast. All the past shows and the future shows. We got a lot of great shows coming up, but don't miss today's show. It's going to be a great show, a fun show. And of course, you know what I'm going to say next? My three favorite words. Support, support, support. Support these artists. Go to the shows, pay the cover charge if there is one. Get to the swag table. Get a shirt, a hoodie, a coffee mug, a bumper sticker, a keychain. It goes on, and the CDs and the albums. Then get to the stage, enjoy the show. After the show, meet the artist, get an autograph. You just never know. And these artists love doing what they're doing to put a smile on your face, and in return, you're actually putting a smile on the artist's face. So it wins all the way around. It's good stuff. So let's get to Pam Ross today. Pam, how are you doing?
I am doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful. Doing wonderful. Thank you for coming on the show today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
No, good, good. I think we've got a surprise for the folks in a little bit, but we won't tell them right now. We'll just yak a little bit.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay. So like I said, before we hit the button, we're going to just go all over the place. Okay. So Pam, you're an award-winning singer-songwriter. You've got the Americana kind of sound, a little country rock, folk, blues, wrapped it all up into one sound that is yours, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty much a little bit of everything in the pot and stir it up. Yeah.
Stir it up, man. That's what you come out with. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Because I've been listening to music. I like what I hear. I really do. It's awesome. So I take usually all of my artists, before we go forward, we go backwards because we need to find out how Pam started out. So let's bring you back to when you were a teenager. How's 16 sound? Sure, why not? All right. I want to know what Pam's listening to as far as music-wise at that time.
Same thing as now. Everything.
Everything. Everything. Good.
You know, I've always listened to a wide range of music. Okay. You know, like my mom was always into the classic country.
Oh, nice.
She was big into, like Dolly and Whaley and Willie and Judds and stuff like that. Nice. So there's her playing that. And then I have a brother and two sisters, and they're all quite a bit older than me.
Oh.
They're all grouped together like bam, bam, bam. And then there's this huge space, and then there's me. So they were all into rock.
Oh, good, good.
So they were listening to all kinds of different rock. So I've got that going on.
Right.
Plus, I've got, music from, my generation that was going on. So I just was listening to everything, and I've always been like that. I didn't just listen to one type of music.
Okay. Were at that time in your teen years, when did you pick the guitar up? Let me ask you that one.
15, I believe.
Oh, okay. So you were young when you picked up the guitar. And were you self-taught?
I did take lessons, but all honesty, I really didn't start, I would say, writing songs or getting the hang of it until I just went off on my own and did it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how far along was that?
I took lessons for about a year,
okay.
I would say, and then what I really started doing was I went and I would go buy songbooks from songs that I liked,
right? And
they'd have the tablature in there, and so I would just start learning the chords and just learning how to play that way, and then eventually I started writing my own songs. I wrote lyrics before I put music to them. I had all these lyrics down. And then one day, I'm like, I really need to put some music to this.
Right, you got to put some tunes to that.
But it was a process, you kind of grow as you go along.
Right, right. So life hits you at 18 and we've got to go to work and all that great stuff. Did you pursue this on the side? Were you able to get out and play a little bit during your younger years?
18, I went to college for a little while. And then I decided I wanted to play music.
Okay.
And kind of started following that.
Okay. All right. So what year can I say, or you say that you picked up a guitar and went full force with it and started getting your music out there?
Can't say for certain what year it was. It's like the years kind of get blurry.
I know how you feel.
I know I was playing around Houston,
Okay.
and I did have a band, and I just kind of was like, I just didn't see much of a future in it. So all by myself, I just took off and went to Nashville.
Yeah, okay. Good,
Um,
good.
I had a friend that was going to Belmont, and she talked me into it. I was thinking more like, LA or something, because I didn't see myself fitting in with country, because this would have been the early 2000s, and country was still very much country,
Yeah.
which I like, and I didn't see myself fitting in. But she's like,
Okay.
no, she goes, there's all kinds of music out here, and I was like, what the heck? I'll have at least one person, so I just went,
Why not? Yeah.
let's just
What?
go.
Right. It's a 50-50 chance, and it looks like it went good for you.
It did go well for me. I eventually did I met with a couple of record labels, and they're like, well, no, can't help you. You're not country. No, really? I could have told you that.
Tell me something I don't know.
But Mercury Records did offer me something.
Okay.
And they said they'd have to change my sound. We could change the bass line up and do this or that and make it country. And I was like, I just felt that would have been a lie. I thought about it. It felt like an eternity. I remember to this day standing there in that office looking at Gary Harrison, and it was probably like 3 seconds, and it felt like 30 minutes.
Oh man, eternity.
But I was like, I just it just didn't. I didn't see it.
Didn't feel it. No.
Now of course country's changed so much.
Yeah.
A lot of my music actually kind of fits in with it. So.
Okay.
If that happened today, things would be different. But back then, I was just like, I don't. That just didn't feel right. I'm not going to put on a hat and change, change everything up to try and be something that I really didn't see myself.
Rhinestone outfits.
Yeah. So I just went back to Houston and went back to school and.
Okay. So when did you're in North Carolina right now. When did we decide to move to North Carolina? When did you do this?
We moved here in 2020.
2020. So not too long ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So during the pandemic, was it hard for you with your music to get out and get exposure? I know a lot of people had trouble.
No. When I went back to Houston and I got 3 degrees back there, actually.
Oh, wow.
Not playing music altogether. I just was like, that's it. I'm done. And then when we moved here in May of 2020 was when I decided to go back into music. I just got up, came in, I picked up my guitar and just started playing again. And I started researching how music had changed over the past couple years.
Right.
And just took off from there.
Oh, and you've taken off and you're doing great. I mean, it's amazing. Now, I want to jump over here quick. Is the new CD, was the Outside the Box?
Yes, the first single comes out Friday, August 9th. That is next Friday.
Great stuff. Now, I want to ask you, you usually play solo. The band behind you, is that studio musicians or friends or your own band? What is it?
Those are studio musicians. The lead guitarist, the one who does most of the work, is up in Canada.
Okay.
I do a little of the lead guitar work, not much, very minor. There's also a song called "Have a Good Time" that a guy named Matthew Lawrence in Nashville, he did the lead guitar on that. And bass players from here locally in North Carolina sing with the drummer, and I do the keyboards. So kind of reaching all around.
No, good. Now you've got quite a few songs out. Are you releasing them as singles, or did you build it up to put this album out?
Everything gets released as a single. I'll do the same thing with this record as I did with the last. There'll be one song released every 2 months.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then when they're all released, then it gets compiled into one album. Okay.
Before we get any farther, why don't we tell everybody on podcast land how they can find you and your music and where you're playing?
PamRossMusic.com. That's my website. That has a list of my shows. You want to find me on Facebook, Pam Ross Music. You want to find me on Instagram, Pam Ross Music. You want to find me anywhere, it's Pam Ross Music.
Pam Ross Music.
It's very simple. Not, a cool name for this site and a cool name for that site. No.
Right. No.
It's straightforward.
Pam Ross Music.
Pam Ross Music. There you
go. I love it. I love it. And I like your shirt, Pet All Dogs. I like
Oh, thank you.
that. My puppy's upstairs. She don't dare come down to the studio. Oh, that's great. So now, been doing so well and writing and stuff, you've got to have quite a few songs under your belt still.
Believe it or not, I'm already starting to piece together the third one. I've reached out to a producer in Nashville. Instead of recording here, I really wanted a producer on the next one.
All right.
I've gotten better. On the next album, you'll hear a big improvement. I've gotten better at hearing things
Okay.
and building on the songs.
Right.
But I really wanted someone with a lot of experience to be in there with me who can go, you know what? Why don't you try this? Hey, let's try that.
Yeah.
Someone can give me a different approach and broaden things a lot. So I reached out to Mark Frigo, who mixed my next coming record, Outside the Box, and he's in Nashville. So I was like, do you know any good producers? And he gave me a list of people who have worked with a lot of great names.
Awesome.
So I reached out to the one first on my list, and we're going to talk when he gets back from the UK.
Okay.
And, kind of take it from there. But yeah, I am actually starting to work on the next record because really it comes around so quick. You really got to have something ready to come out as soon as the last record's finished. And you got to figure they're booked up. They've got a lot of people wanting to use their studio and use them.
Right.
So you got to make sure you get in there. Then you've got to do your actual recording. You've got your mixing. You've got your mastering. You've got all this stuff. So it is a process. So if you wait and you go, oh, in 3 months, I need a new record coming out, you're SOL.
You are. You pretty much are, especially if you want a good studio, good producers and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
So, really. Oh, that's funny. Now, I want to ask you, you are playing out quite a bit. Are you doing smaller venues, festivals, or a little bit of both?
Both. Around here, I do a lot of breweries and type stuff. There really aren't a lot of actual listening rooms around the area where I live, unfortunately.
All right.
So it's kind of a mix of covers and my own stuff. I try to get to Nashville as much as I can.
Nice.
There, I love going to Nashville and playing. I'm fortunate enough to get into the Southern Songwriters Festival again this year, and that will be in September. I played it last year. It was just fabulous, and I'm really looking forward to that again. I just played the Maritopia Festival in Texas, so this is a great time of year for festivals, and I try and get out. I've got a few of those coming up around the area that I'm in as well, and I'm trying to get more into the listening rooms and stuff now, and kind of pull away from the 3-hour shows where I have to do so many covers. There's nothing wrong with doing covers. I really just want to focus on my music. Yeah. So I'm kind of trying to veer that over a little bit.
You mentioned the listening rooms. Would you rather play a smaller venue where the people are on top of you, or kind of do you like the festivals where people are a little out there and you're on a bigger stage?
They're both good. I love listening rooms. That's what I love about Nashville is you go there and people listen.
They do.
And that's what I love, and I love sitting there being able to listen to who's on stage performing without someone, laughing and screaming right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really enjoy. I enjoy playing in those type of venues and being in those venues just to listen to other performers as well.
Right.
But festivals are great too. I mean, it's always so much fun because you get, it's a lot of exposure, and it's kind of like a just different vibe.
It is. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So I do enjoy both.
Yeah. I like the smaller venues because you never know who's going to come up and help you sing. I think they know your song, or they're just going to sing. That's great stuff. It always is a lot of fun. Now, you said you go to Nashville and play stuff, but are you able to get out and do little tours around the tri-state area type thing?
I have shows booked all around.
Okay.
Like I said, I am cutting back on those because I'm trying to pull back from the 3-hour mainly cover type shows that I do, and I'm trying to go more and gearing towards places that I play more of my own stuff.
Okay.
Those are the 2-hour shows. 2 hours are great. I don't mind those at all. I play straight through for 2 hours.
Okay.
I will throw in some covers here and there depending on where I'm playing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Doesn't
all
hurt.
depending on the venue. And but I'm going to be going up to Pittsburgh in November. I'll be playing up there, and that's a songwriting venue called Steamworks Creative, and that's going to be an all original show.
Nice.
So that's what I'm trying to get towards more.
Okay, good. Well, we're 15 minutes in. How about we give the audience a little surprise that we talked about? You think we could do that?
Sure.
All right. Everybody out there in podcast land, sit down, turn the speakers off. Pam Ross is going to perform for us today live. So this is great.
I am. Get this
All
on. So, since I have my first single coming out next Friday, and there's a video for it as well. We were doing some final editing on it last night, and that was. I hope y'all get my sense of humor. That's all I'm saying.
I think we will. That's wonderful.
Because that's what the video is about. It's meant to be fun. Just
good.
A fun thing. So, anyways, it's called Double Wide.
Boy, let's hear it.
There we go. Out dancing on a hot tin roof. Everything's been different since I met you now. Making changes to plans I had. Staying in on Friday don't seem so bad. I'm sending smoke signals far and wide. Right, I love you across the sky. You light me up like a Roman candle, and I can't hide what's inside. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. Ever since you took my hand, we'll see things are miles around. We're lighting up the sky at night, the talk's all over town. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. Sparks get to fly when I see you. February starts feeling like June. Just one kiss, and there we go. Our hearts beat faster till they explode. When you hold me in your arms at night, I see fireworks in the sky. The thermostat in my heart heats up like the summer sun in July. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. Ever since you took my hand, we'll see things are miles around. We're lighting up the sky at night, the talk's all over town. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. Oh. Say you love me one more time and set this place on fire. Give me a smile and move in close and watch the flames go high. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. Ever since you took my hand, we'll see flames are miles around. We're lighting up the sky at night, the talk's all over town. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. Ever since you took my hand, we'll see flames are miles around. We're lighting up the sky at night, the talk's all over town. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down. You and me got a love so hot, we're gonna burn this double wide down.
Oh, yeah, bravo. Awesome, man. Wouldn't be the new single off the new album, right?
It is.
That is great. I like that. It's peppy. I love that one. I can get you off your feet. Get you on your feet, I should say. Cool. I want to ask your writing style. You come up with a word, lyrics first, then put the guitar, or do you get the
Usually it's
melody
the
down?
Music first. Every once in a while it's the opposite, but almost always the music comes first, and that kind of just starts taking me somewhere, and I start thinking up lyrics.
There you go. That's how I play too. Yeah. Just our own way, I guess. So I want to ask you too a question. I don't know if this has happened to you, but maybe back in the beginning, you ever get any stage fright? Go through any anxiety before you start?
Hell yes. honest?
No, no, no.
I remember my first time I ever walked on stage. It was an open mic, and I remember standing there, and I almost ran off. I thought, if I do that, I'll never ever get back on.
No, you
So
wouldn't. No.
I just stood there, and I was like, just
That's
paranoid.
Is it, you still have it today, or you kind of overcame it?
It depends on where I play. Most places I don't, but the Bluebird, I always get a little jittery at the Bluebird. Something about that place. If it's a brand new place I haven't played before, and there's a large audience, I can kind of feel it. But for most places, I've played there before or whatever. I'm pretty laid back with it.
Oh, good. Now, I see you doing some great stuff, and you're bringing in awards and stuff, and you're up for awards and stuff. This might look familiar here.
Yeah.
I see you're up for awards with the ISSA, Golden Lion Film Fest. You're just conquering everything.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So, how many awards we got so far? Can you count?
Yes, I can. I'm looking at it. Right there. 3.
3 of them so far.
Well, I've won quite a few for my music video, Fire in the Hole. I think I've won maybe 5 awards for that one.
Nice.
The most latest being the Golden Lion Film Festival Award.
That's great.
So that video has won quite a few awards. But I also won, let me see, what is it? Independent Music Network Awards, fan favorite, and the Who's Who Country Music Awards for Musician of the Year.
Well, great. I guess you're country now, aren't you?
Sometimes I
am. Great. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was looking. Is MTS your management and PR?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, they're keeping you busy, aren't they?
Oh yes, Michael's awesome.
Yeah, good deal. Good. All right. Well, I want to get to some fun questions and possibly play another song for the people.
All right, bring it on.
All right, let's do this. We'll see how it goes. Okay, people. I'm thinking they know what I'm going to ask, but you don't know.
I don't know.
No, you don't. All right, let's go to the second question, not the first one. You get to pick 2 answers on this question. You're going to think about all the way around the world. You're going to go around in your mind. What 2 stages anywhere in the world would you like to perform
on? 2 stages anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
I think one would be in Houston. They have what's called the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and they get biggest acts. It's not just country. They get the biggest acts to come in, and I've seen so many great performers there. Everyone from Winona Judd to ZZ Top, all kinds of people.
That's great.
I'd love to play there. And another one would be in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Really? That's where I was born.
Oh, okay. Pittsburgh, PA. Awesome. I used to live in the Poconos for a few years. Oh, yes. I love PA. Definitely. That's great. All right. I love those answers. Now, let's get to this one, and I'm going to make you think on this one. 2 answers on this question here. These are people. A person is alive. A person has passed away. What 2 people do you really want to grace the stage with, or would love to perform with?
Damn. Okay.
Well, you could probably list a million, but I'm just giving you 2. Okay.
Yeah. Elton John.
Hey, there you go. Wow.
I just grew up listening to him.
Yeah,
my brother was a huge Elton John fan, so literally, that's one of my earliest music memories is Elton John.
Great stuff.
So, I love everything he did. Mm-hmm. And another one, boy, that's a tough one. Who doesn't want to run across the stage with Elvis, for God's sakes?
Oh.
But I'd love to jam with Dave Grohl.
Oh, Dave Grohl, definitely.
You also get Nirvana mixed up in that. See,
you do, right? Get that all mixture going. Oh, that is funny. Dave Grohl, he's a great artist. Yes, great performers there. Good deal. Now, this question I'm going to ask here usually happens to my rock bands and heavy metal bands. Well, it always happens to them. But you've been doing this a while, and this might have happened to you. Any memorable, embarrassing moments on stage?
I'm sure there has been. It's always a little embarrassing, like when you break a string or the battery in your guitar goes out, and it's like all of a sudden there's no sound coming out.
Sound, no.
Hold on. We'll restart this song in a second. I really did just change the battery. I swear.
Right.
You know, there's little things like that happen that you can try and cover all your bases, but sometimes, it's going to happen.
It's going to
happen. You just have to learn to roll with it. Really, that's the best thing you can do is just roll with it and don't let it throw you off.
Show's got to go on.
That's it. Yeah.
Go on. Yeah, nothing's going to stop you. And now, have you done any collaborations with others, or are you gonna?
I haven't done any collaborations. I'm certainly open to it.
There we go.
But no, everything I've written on my own.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably. I did try writing with a friend of mine in Nashville one time, and we didn't finish the song.
Well, it'll happen.
He's a great country writer. He's Robert Ross. He's also with MTS, and we've become good friends. And he's a real. If you love real country, that's your guy. And so it was kind of cool watching us come together because we're kind of coming from opposite ends. Okay. But we never got the song finished, so I think that was the closest I've come. But I am open for it.
Well, look, at least you're open for it. I mean, you just never know. I'm sure Dave Grohl is wanting to collaborate.
That's what I was fixing to say. You hear that, Dave? Elton?
Right, Dave,
available. I'm here.
Wherever you are, Elvis, you too.
Wherever you're hiding now, buddy. Come on out.
Right, quit hiding. We know you're alive, Elvis. Oh, that's funny. I have a friend who drummed for Elvis when he was a 5-6-year-old kid.
Oh, wow.
Back in the day. Yeah, and it's fun. He actually has one of the scarves and he keeps in the freezer and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Great, the stories he gets to tell. Yeah, it is pretty cool. So let's continue here now. Okay, I really want to hear the answer on this one. This one really means a lot to me, this question. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's say we're in front of an audience of about maybe 300-500 people or so, decent crowd. You hit the stage, you gear up, you hit the microphone, you start playing. And once you start playing and singing, that crowd turns around, starts moving towards you to hear your music. Maybe they start swaying, maybe they even start dancing, I don't know. But maybe they even start singing your songs, and you see all this. It's got to bounce back to you and hit you in the heart. How does it make it feel?
Awesome. I love it when I see people singing my songs. Yeah. I do see that. What's really cool is when I play a song that I know they haven't heard before, and by the second time I do the chorus, they're singing along with the chorus. Oh, I'm like, yeah.
That's what it's about. Yes, exactly. And it means a lot too. You never forget that. You don't ever forget that. And before we forget, Pam, would you like to do another song for us?
Sure, I will do another song for you.
It'd be great. Pam's going to do another song, ladies and gentlemen. It is great stuff, so make sure you check out Pam Ross Music everywhere.
So this is a song that's going to be on my next album as well. I think it's like the 5th release. And basically what happened with this song was I was driving down the road, and I saw someone swerving all over the place, and I was thinking like they're drunk or something. Mm. So I go and I pass them, and when I look over, the person's texting. So I'm like, what makes someone do something so stupid? They're going to kill themselves. So when I went home, I was like, what makes someone do that? I'm going to write a song about it. So that's what I did. This is called Reading Your Text.
Your text, okay.
Changing lanes with my signal off. Check my rear view for the cops. You took my heart and I took your word. It crashed into you when the lines got blurred. I'm turning corners and burning fumes, looking for a road that leads away from you. honking as they go by. If anyone wonders why I can't drive, I'm reading the text where you said goodbye. Miles go by and I pick up speed. I know each line, so why do I read? I should have hit the beat a long time ago and put my eyes back on the road. You needed space, you needed to go, but that was no way to let me know. I'm shifting gears with the sun in my eyes while I read the text where you said goodbye. I crossed the yellow line at least 10 times. Drivers honking as they go by. If anyone wonders why I can't drive, I'm reading the text where you said goodbye. Passing on the shoulder, one headlight, doing things I know ain't right. One hand on the phone and one on the gear, using my elbow to steer the wheel. I'm shifting gears with the sun in my eyes while I read the text where you said goodbye. Across the yellow line at least 10 times, drivers honking as they go by. If anyone wonders why I can't drive, I'm reading the text where you said goodbye.
Oh, I like that. That's a great song about texting and driving, which is terrible. Unbelievable. I was going to ask you earlier on, what do you think about today's day and age as well as computers and how fast things are going and cell phones? Well, back in the day, we took our time, we got out there and pedaled our hoofs and stuff to get the music out. What do you think?
I think overall, I probably have more of a negative opinion. Um, uh, computers are a great thing and they've helped us in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of downside to them. You know, musically, it's great that a lot of people can get their music out there now, and that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, it used to be, if you were really serious about music, you had to get up and you had to go to where the industry was.
Yeah, you did.
And you had to be willing to take those chances and make those sacrifices and go out there and get in the mix. Yeah. And, they came out and they went in those areas, whether you're in Nashville, LA, New York, or whatever, those record people were going out and listening. And now a lot of times it's those people are now just going online and saying, oh, who's making waves? And some of the times the people making waves really don't have the best music. They just know how to manipulate the internet the best.
Right. Exactly.
And, so I think that's a drawback. And at the same time, it used to be, like I said, you would have to go to wherever what the industry was. Mm-hmm. So you would say you have a room full of a bunch of songwriters or musicians or whatever, and you've got 100 people all vying for the attention of a record label. Now you've got that same size room with about, 40,000 people. And everyone yelling. And, some of it's good and some of it's maybe not. So it's really just kind of set things crazy.
It is.
There's good and bad to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with you. I could take it or leave it, but for the good things, it's good. But
yeah, for the good things, it's good. I kind of miss when I was a young kid, and all by myself moving to Nashville. Just I have one friend. It's like, oh, anybody, it's scary. Now I can sit my ass at home and just make something here, and
there you go.
And if I know how to generate enough activity, and I always have people sending me stuff. For $30 a month, I can guarantee you 20,000 spots. I'm like, yeah, how many of those are bots?
Right, right. They
Just
all
you. I don't know you.
are.
And
Right.
I'm not going to cheat like that. I mean,
No, I
folks
don't.
don't do that because when you get caught, it looks so bad on
It
you.
looks really, really.
Really, really bad.
Oh, no. You got to be the original people. It's got to be a true following. Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes. And it does get discovered, and they're cracking down a lot online. If
Yeah,
they find you cheating on your streams and stuff.
no, good, good. It's
Yes, it
about
is good.
it is about time. One question I want to throw at you that I want to know a little earlier: when you are on stage, and say you do the 3 sets and you're done, how long does it take you to unwind at nighttime?
Um, I'll usually get home. It also depends on how far of a drive I have. If am I playing 15 minutes down the street? Am I playing over an hour away?
Okay, that's
So that
true.
depends on how long I sit my butt on the couch and drink beer and watch TV before I go to bed. I would say it's easily about an hour for whenever I get home.
That's not too bad. It used to take me hours and hours. I just couldn't stop thinking of everything I could have done better, probably. Yeah,
Yeah, that also plays into it. How good was the show or whatever. But
you're right.
I'd say just on average about an hour.
About an hour. And the one song I like that I was listening to is 2 Shots of Tequila. Hey. You like tequila?
Hmm?
Do you like tequila?
I do. I don't
No.
drink a whole lot of hard liquor,
Yeah.
but yes, I do. It's
Mm,
funny when I wrote that song, I didn't even drink tequila,
no.
and it kept coming into my head, and I'm like, "Where's this 2 shots of tequila coming from? I gotta change this." And I was like, "No, it fits. It fits with what's going on."
Right,
So,
right.
I left it.
That's great. I love this song. I love tequila too, but it doesn't love me. That's a fight. That's fighting whiskey for me. Oh, so no, 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 no. So, anyways, we're almost at our time up. I want to thank you, Pam Ross, for coming on No Cover TV podcast. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'd like you back on maybe 6 months to a year, see what's going on and stuff
Yes,
like
that'd be
that.
awesome.
And
I love
new
it.
CV. And about 5 years, future wise, where do you see yourself? Where you want to be?
Well, I try to think positively. I'd like to be touring around a lot more.
Nice. Nice.
I'd like to get a full band together. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Finding people who can travel, do that is not easy. But
No.
ultimately, that's what I would like to do. If not, then just touring around, playing the listening rooms.
That'd be
Hey,
great.
playing a stadium would be cool too. So let's just
Never
not
know.
get out of the park.
You never know. You hear that people out there, stadium, stadium. So, end of the show here. It's your show. Anybody you want to say thanks to or hi to out there in the podcast land?
Hi, Mom.
There you go. Hi, Mom. Gotta say hi to Mom. That's wonderful. Hi, Mom. Good deal. All right, Pam. I appreciate it so much. I want to thank each and every one of you out there, podcast land. Check out the No Cover TV podcast. Great artists just like Pam Ross here at Pam Ross Music on all the platforms. So I don't think that's too hard for you to spell out there. So just do it, okay? And I want to thank our sponsor up in the corner there, 616 Kebab Stop in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mediterranean Food Shop. So if you ever come to Michigan, I'll take you out to dinner. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
I'll book you a show. Let's do that. So good deal. Oh, yeah. You come to Michigan, I'll take care of you. So, all right, Pam, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much. We're out of here, podcast people, till the next show, which is Monday. So we'll talk to you soon. All right, Pam, I'm going to keep in touch with you. Keep my eye on you, all right?
All righty.
All right. Thanks, Pam. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.